Today, we are changing the subject a little bit. So instead of making a drawing, we're gonna be talking about how I make my videos. So in this video, I'm going to break down to you the behind the scene and the process that I always do about how I make my videos, from the intro, scripting, to the gear I use, lighting, editing, and to the final post-production. So, wish me luck. So, for the starting point of my intro, I usually use some beautiful clouds into it, or sometimes anything that is starting with a wide angle shot. Or sometimes when I finish editing my video, I will take a couple bits part of my video and sync that to the background music that I like. So normally, I always do this because this is the easiest way to make an intro. Okay, when it comes to writing my scripts, let's normalize using an AI. So once I think of the title that I will be making, I will now make the right prompt into my title. And normally, I don't really copy and paste the one that AI created for me. So I only use it to get some ideas or revise it based on how could I do some voiceovers into it. I've only been using AI for just over a month now, and it has been a life-changing for me. As a Filipino, my grammar can be a little bit off in some areas, so I also use AI like ChatGPT to fix my grammar, which is super really helpful. This is also what you suggested to me back then, so thank you so much for that. Okay, now to the gear I use. Let's start with the main camera. This is the Sony a7 III. I've been using this camera for over 2 years now. This is released way back 2018, but recently, I just realized that this camera is not really recommended because this could almost match with my iPhone 15 Pro. And plus, it's an old camera. So if I were to go back in time, I will probably get an update version like the Sony FX30 because I am more on videography. And also, I really like the Cinetone and the flip out screen with the FX30. And for the lens I use in this camera, this is the Sony FE35mm with a 1.8. This lens is great if you're shooting a wide shot angle like this. Also, this is the only lens that I've been using a couple months ago because it's a lightweight lens. But now actually, the main problem about this lens is you can zoom in out because it's a fixed 35mm. So I will probably sell this out to get a zoom lens. So if you're interested, you can DM me in my Instagram. And to my second camera, this is the iPhone 15 Pro. So the difference between my camera and having a camera like this is such a game changer because it's a super compact camera when it comes to travel. I also use this in every various clips in my videos in the past if you didn't notice that. Like some clouds. Actually, I bought this because my old camera got broken a couple months back. So I have no choice but to get a new one. To be honest, I could really make a video in this phone for my YouTube by just using this because that's what I used to edit back then. But if you're starting out to make a video, you don't really need something I have because iPhone is great and it doesn't lag at all. Just make sure you get an external drive using this because this takes a lot of storage if you're shooting in a ProRes mode. So all in all, the camera gears are not really that matter. So first of all, a very quick tip you need to remember is to shoot with a different camera angles. Like the wide shot, close-up shot, medium shot, or a top shot. So it depends on you. It is very important to have a regular practice like this because even if you don't write the scripts, for me, it still tells a story. When you watch some of my videos, I usually start with a wide angle shot. This gives your viewers a perspective of the scenario you're in. Next are the close-up shot or the extreme close-up shot, which are great for fast-cutting scene. This shot highlights emotion, details, expression, creating an intimate focus. Following that, use medium shot or overhead shot, or any angles that suits you perfectly. But remember, always think about the composition and how you position your camera. Okay, lightings. So remember, you don't just film. You must think about the lighting of your videos you're shooting. You must think like a photographer, okay? I usually film around 3 p.m. because that's when the sunlight comes through my window. So I use that opportunity to capture the sun rays. So to enhance the effect of the sun rays in my window, I use the fog machine by Lensco. This has been a game changer for me because at first, I didn't realize that using a fog machine would transform the beauty of how I film my videos. So probably this is my favorite part about filming my studio cause it really gives that majestic effect that I really like in my studio. I also have these vine plants that also helps to enhance the effect at my window. However, the sun rays are not always like that because the weather often changes, which can be frustrating sometimes, especially during the rainy seasons. Usually, my studio is very dark, almost like a cave. So to counter that, I use the Zion Molus G200, which has been incredibly useful. This light helps me to achieve that bright setting I want, especially at night. This is also great for my art videos because when I film my drawings, I always place this light on the left side of my table a little bit farther away, so that the light doesn't too harsh on my work. I also use a parabolic softbox to soften the shadow, which adds a aesthetic quality of the video. This softbox plays a crucial role because it isolates the light, focusing only on myself as the main subject. So it's great to have something like this because this light is also adjustable to 20 to 100%, which is exactly what I needed when it comes to unboxing videos. So overall, I had no problem using this light. So if you're interested, I will also link this in my description below. Okay, so once all of my filming is done, this is now where all the magic happens. Okay, if you're starting out with your editing, always make sure that every clips that you film is separated from every folder of the topic that you film so it doesn't mix up with others when you edit your video. This is also very important practice to be organized because I find it quite helpful.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong, just remember that I'm here to cheer you.
So a very quick tip you need to remember when it comes to color grading is I always lift the shadow more a bit or make an S-curve to achieve that creamy and brighter looks, so it doesn't too dark. I usually do this because my studio is kinda too dark, even I have that big windows. Or sometimes I shoot this in an S-Log too to have that flexibility when it comes in color grading. Filmora offers a wide variety of cinematic LUTs, allowing you to achieve that different moods and style with ease. For example, if you're aiming for a dramatic film-like quality, you can use a cinematic LUTs by Filmora that enhances the contrast and saturation. And here's some of the example that I did. Just look at the difference.
Oh yeah, always carrying that oh so heavy load.
Also, if you're a content creator like me, Filmora's speech-to-text feature is a game changer for several reasons. First, it saves a ton of time. Instead of manually transcribing your videos, Filmora does it for you within just a few clicks. This means you can focus more on creating and less on typing. This is perfect for adding subtitles to your videos. which not only makes them more accessible, but also improves your viewers' engagement, as you have seen with other creators. This is also what I use frequently when I finish editing my videos. So yeah, these AI tools are incredibly useful. Okay, this is the last part of the video, but I will not also gonna show you the actual process because this could take too long. So usually, when I go find a background music to my videos, I usually get a two good background music and I save that to the intro and to the final reveal. This is a very important role if you're making a video because the final ending must be emotional and inspirational or dramatic. This is the thing I learned about Gok's art. He always shows the final reveal, which is so inspirational and kinda epic at the same time. So all of my videos are have this kind of same vibe like him, but in a different way or in a different moods of background music. So usually this process could take about 2 to 3 weeks to edit a video, but for me, it's totally worth it.